Live we are, and before we start on the discussion, I just want to remember you guys the rules we have here on Talk and Talk. They are pretty simple and they are only three. Rule number one is, this is not a class right now. We have classes with teachers, with material, but this right now is an immersion, which means that I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm here to talk to you, for us to discuss a topic, have a conversation, a real conversation. Is going to be just like as we were talking to a person abroad in another country. Okay. And rule number two is going to be, since this is a conversation and we are here not to teach you anything, and we are also here to help you get confidence in the language, we do not correct each other. Okay. You can help the person if the person forgets the word, if the person asks for help, but we don't correct each other. And rule number three, so it means that you're free to make mistakes, okay? We love mistakes in here because we can learn from them. So no judgments at all. And rule number three is that we are respectful to one another, doesn't matter what. We all have different opinions, we come from different places, we have different worldviews, experiences, and that's what makes us also interesting. It makes this immersion, this dynamic here so interesting, because Mateus is going to share something, Jennifer is going to share something completely different, Victoria might have an opinion that is in the middle ground, and maybe João's going to bring us here some ideas that are completely crazy, and that's all right, that's perfect, because then we get to learn a lot, and a lot other than the language. We're not here only for the English, we're also here for the talking, the experience, the other things we can learn as well. Okay, so these are the three rules, and we have already introduced ourselves, so let's get started in the discussion. We're gonna start off strong in here today. Question number one is, do you think you'd be capable to run the whole world, and how would you do it? Leo, do you think you'd be capable to run, to control, to rule over the... Oh, I've just remembered Leo is still having lunch. João, do you think you'd be capable to run the whole world?
I'm not Forrest Gump, so I think it's possible, but I think I'm not running the world, the big world, but it's it.
Oh, how, if you could rule the world, if you could control the entire world, if you were the king of the planet Earth, how would you control it? How would you do it?
How would you do it? I think it's the big question. I think I take I take the ride with the what's a ride the dolphins because it's impossible run on the sea. So I think it's
All right. Here. What about you, Mateus? Do you think you'd be capable to run the whole world? Remember, guys, run, we're talking here in the meaning of like administer, administrate and control, make rules, just like a president does in the country, but for the entire world. Mateus, do you think you'd be capable to run the whole world?
Yes, I think if is capable to run the whole world. I make this through media, I think, and TikTok.
You'd control the world using TikTok.
Yeah, the people já são controladas through TikTok.
That makes sense, though. Yeah.
So for me, it's the easy way to control everybody.
Oh, so you wouldn't run the world like publicly. You would be in the shadows using TikTok and media to control people's.
Yeah, yeah. It's more easy.
Interesting. Controlling people without them knowing, that controlling everything without people knowing, rather than being a public figure and having people going after you, wanting to know what you're gonna do. Interesting. Very interesting.
One day this happens, I think.
Oh, but would you run the world for good or for bad?
For good.
Ah,
But I think the massive people go to the bad way. So I don't know.
there's that. All right, that's a great question. What about you, João? If you would run the world, if you would control, administrate the entire world, would you do it for the good, or would you be a bad person and be an evil ruler? If you're
Sorry,
talking to
now I'm got it. I'm sorry for my first answer.
no, no
uh,
problem.
I think what's the it's the second question or the first question? You
It's an extra question. If you would run the world, if you would control the world, would you do it for the good? Would you be a good person controlling the world? Would you be a bad person
good
controlling?
person because if you bad person you you can I don't know this sentence, this word, but you can comprometer. I don't know.
Can compromise?
Compromise. I don't know. Compromise the word with the things that you do.
All right, makes
It's
sense.
possible. I don't know if you understand.
No, I do. I do. Like,
I don't know if I understand.
no, you did. But think about it. Yeah, if you're a bad person controlling the world, you're going to bring bad effects. You know, you're going to compromise the world's future. But if you're a bad person, you don't really care, right?
Yeah, it's a,
There's also that. So the
it's a
ideal
good.
scenario is not having a bad person in control.
Mm,
All right.
mhm.
Okay. Look, I don't think I'd be capable to run the whole world because it's way too much. Like, think about all the countries we have with all the cultures, different laws, different types of government. Imagine having to manage to deal with all of that. You know, it's a lot to do. Mateo's idea of controlling everything in the shadows, not letting people know you're controlling them, so keeping the same structure in the world, but you run things from the background, from backstage. That's interesting because then you don't have to deal with everything at once. You can just, you know, slowly take over people's minds and make them do what you want. But if I would like be the president of the entire world, I don't think I'd be capable because it's a lot. You gotta understand a lot of politics and a lot of people. I would, if I had to, I would choose people I trust and I think are good people to, you know, I would divide the world in areas and make people control each area so they would answer to me. But I would have to understand politics and politicians. That's a lot of work. So I don't think I'd be able to run. I would be capable to run the entire world. Now, for question number 2, Mateus, Do you think our current ways of government are sustainable in the long run? Do you think the way we have governments in countries, the way people make laws and rules nowadays, do you think this can continue for a long period, for 100,000 years?
Uh, I don't I don't know. I don't know how Brazil treats the questions about sustainable things. I think so. I don't know how respond this question, but I don't know. I really don't know. I
Think
don't.
about
Mm,
think about the government structure. For example, in most countries, we have elections. People go and choose president, governors, senators, and representatives, mayors, and everything. And these people make laws to control society, to control the world, and the where money goes and everything. Do you think
I understand. I understand.
do you think these current ways are sustainable for a long period? We can continue using the same system,
Mm.
or maybe in 100, 200, or 1,000 years, these things won't work anymore.
I think the government in Brazil is evolution these questions about the elections, elect deputado, vereador. I think this change because the people studying more and think more about these things. So for me, in a long run, this is not possible anymore because the people uh, um, gain more more knowledge about money, about education, about the teams we have today. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Nowadays, I think we already see that there's a lot of stress over the government system we have nowadays, not only in Brazil, but in other countries as well. Uh, there's a lot of stress about how things are held and how the government happens and works. And maybe, if it doesn't evolve and matches the needs we have in the future years, I think it's really going to be difficult to continue using the same system, right? What do you think, Ron? Do you think our current ways of government are sustainable in the long run?
What do you say when you talk about sustainable actions? Because in my first impression, I think about Amazon.
Like nature?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sustainable in the meaning of nature, but sustainable that can continue to exist. So, do you think the ways we have governments in Brazil, in Australia, in England, in the United States, in Japan, do you think the way the government works around the world is something that can continue for a long period? In 1,000 years, we can still use the same system, it will still work? Or do you think it's not sustainable? It can continue because it doesn't work. It won't work for long.
I think I don't think Brazil is caring too much about sustainable actions because the not the Brazil, the other countries too, because we are living in the moment where it's possible the third war for moon, I don't know. Well, for the war, I don't know. Mundial. World. Wow. I don't know. Because it's next. It's next for the war, and I don't know if we are here and independence. The independence. The war. The war. I think the Brazil is the way, yeah, wrong
Yeah,
with the questions.
speaking about sustainability and the environment, I don't think that with the policies, the way government is handling things nowadays, it's sustainable for a long period. Yeah. There
Onde
are
está a Terceira Guerra Mundial?
Terceira Guerra. Oh, World War III.
Oh, World War III. Thanks.
Do you think it's possible to happen a World War III?
Yeah, I think it's possible, of course, because I saw the journal and the questions that the countries, yeah. I'm saw CNN, so I saw some things about political questions. Interested your part for example, Coreia do Norte, in moments, in little moments, launched the missile for Rus. I don't know if you know, but it's possible for Oh, sorry, teacher. Tem uma entrega para mim agora. Vou ter que sair um instantinho.
Okay. Mercado Libre. All right.
Instante. Sorry,
No
sorry.
problem. What about you, Lel? Do you think the ways, let me just remember the question here. Do you think our current ways of government are sustainable in the long run? Do you think we can still rely on the same governmental system for the long run or not?
It's a good question, right? Academic question. In my opinion, there are many aspects for which you can look at that. But in environment, the point of view of environment, all right, point of view of or the health, the world, how the world, all right, and other things, other point of view. I don't know. I imagining the humanity, the humanidade. I don't know how to put it in English. The humanity, okay. Don't be prepared to the next is challenges. We will to pass, all right, in a recent future, in my opinion. COVID-19 showed for us how fragile the world are to work and prevent, all right, epidemics and challenging weather, né? Challenging climates, and we need, in my opinion, to carry a more. We already carry these things, right? To the countries can be sustainable, right, in a long term.
Yeah. If we stop to think about sustainability, like in paper, everything's perfect. In paper, everything's good, everything works, right? Because we do have a lot of policies and rules for the environment and regulations, but they are not actually put to practice, and people start finding a lot of gray areas where they can operate in ways that are unsustainable for a country or our planet. So I think the system itself is rigged. It's not really good, but still, I think enforcing is what's lacking. You know, we do have policies and we do have laws that help the environment, but I don't think there is enough enforcement of these rules and laws that would be able to help us, you know, in the long run. Okay. Now I have a question here that I'm gonna ask. Let's see. Ron, question number 3.
Thank you.
Do you believe in a higher power, a greater, bigger power, running things, controlling things, like gods, aliens, entities, fate, destiny? Do you believe in a higher power running things?
No, the aliens, I don't know. It's the big question too. And the gods, I think I believe, yeah, I have faith. So the aliens, if I don't know, but it's possible. Not don't. If you don't know, but you don't believe. No, you don't. It's a difficult. I'm translating my mind. Sorry, it's not correct. É porque eu ia falar que se você acredita e que se você não viu algo, if you don't saw something, you don't, você não pode descrer que aquilo existe. Você não pode.
That's a point. How can I say something doesn't exist if I can't prove? Sometimes I can't prove it exists, but I can also prove it doesn't exist, right?
Yeah. Eu não estava conseguindo falar isso.
No, you did well.
Sorry, eu tô ofegante, porque eu desci rapidinho, corri rapidinho. Eu fui pegar. Sorry, I'm waiting to pick up your anniversary present for my girlfriend, because today it's my or birthday. I don't know.
Oh, it's your anniversary! Congratulations!
Yeah. No, not my anniversary. Or
yeah, the anniversary of the couple.
Yeah. I think the power of the god, but the aliens, I don't know. and the entities, I don't know what's that. Entities. I don't know what's that.
Entities, entidades.
Oh, entidade.
So in this case,
I think the positive and negative energy. So I think it can influenciar em algo.
all right. So in your case, you believe in God. God is the one that
Yeah.
created the universe and controls everything, runs everything, and makes all the plans for everybody that exists, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Very good, very good. What do you say, Matheus? Do you believe in a higher power running things?
I don't believe in aliens, entities, or fate. For me, God is my mind. I superei. How can I say superei?
I overcame.
I got over.
I overcame.
Thank you. I overcame a lot of barriers to chegar came. Yeah. Sorry, I lost the idea. But for me, God is my mind. For me, my mind is powerful because I sorry, this idea is so complicated to talk for me in English, you know. For
Oh, no
me,
problem.
that's it. For me, that's it. For me, God is my mind.
It's like I think you want to say that you overcame these boundaries and these limiting beliefs that people usually have, like, oh, there's a God that rules everything. It's I will keep an eye on you, or this kind of stuff. And you believe on yourself, like your mind, and that you can manifest things like that.
Yeah. For me, the most important, if a god or a alien, is fate. Fate for me is the powerful feeling que os seres humanos têm. É isso.
That we humans have.
Yes.
That's good. Oh, so let me just clarify. Let me just make your question. Do you believe fate is something I can make with my own power when I believe in things? Or do you think fate is something that already exists and I can't control?
No. A primeira coisa que você falou.
Okay. You make your fate.
You make your fate. Yes. That's it.
Really interesting, really cool. Nice. It's a very singular way of thinking. I came from a very religious house and family, so I have always believed in God and this kind of stuff. So it's really interesting to see these other ways of seeing life, of observing and understanding the universe and our existence. That's really interesting.
For me, you are the God. You are you. Você é seu Deus. Sua mente é seu Deus.
All right. Good.
So that's it.
Okay. And what about you, Lau? Do you believe in a higher power running things like gods, aliens, entities, fate, destiny, gummy bears?
Yeah, I agree with Mateus. I don't. Your relative to your question, you did for him. I tend to I tend to believe that you building your destiny, right? In the sense that you the destiny does not exist for itself, right? You create and you building, you build, you building. Yeah, and I'm not a religion person, um, and even not a believer. Um, and but I like conspiracy theory, all right, and talking about aliens, all right, aliens of the past, aliens in the general form is a good topic to in a converse or in a to be to have, but I don't believe it, of course, too. But I think interesting, assim como religions, right? The power of the mind are interesting to talk, to study, right? To watch in a documentary. Anyway.
Yeah. It's interesting when back in the day things used to be very stiff and specific. You would either believe in God or you wouldn't believe in God, or you would believe in science, and that's it. I am a big fan of conspiracy theories. I even want to bring a talk about conspiracy theories one day. I just need to think well in the questions first. But I think it's really interesting because nowadays I think we are a lot freer. We have this freedom to believe what we want and to even have our own points of views. I am a person that grew up in a religious home. I do believe God exists. But I'm not really sure what exactly would be his role in the universe. Like, does he controls everything, but is there something even bigger? Is like the universe something bigger than God? Or like, I am a person that I like science a lot, and I do believe energy, because the dynamics of energy and matter in space and the universe can influence on how you behave and what happens. I believe in a lot of different stuff that they are not the same, that they clash among each other, that they would be opposites, but I do think they coexist. So I think it's really interesting. I believe in God. I believe God exists. That he is running stuff, but I do think there are other dynamics in the universe that make things happen the way they are. And I'm still trying to figure out, like how exactly things happen. But I do believe there's like a higher power, because there's always something. The universe is huge, There are planets, suns, stars. There are a lot of stuff that are bigger than ourselves, than the human being. So there is some higher power out there, and we just maybe don't know what is yet. We can't name it yet,
You are a spec man. You
Oh,
are
what?
spec. All right. Spec.
Maybe.
Even in asking about the things, it's a good like.
Yeah, I like making questions. Like there's still a lot we don't know. Okay. Now, talking about conspiracy theories. Now, do you believe in companies and influent people running the world, or do you think these people are as subjected to the dynamics of society as we are? So, like, do you believe there are companies and influence people running the world, making changes, making things happen the way they want? Or do you think these people follow the same rules and they are working inside the same dynamics we have in society?
Yeah. Although the people even not are following the rules and respecting the rules of the game, I tend to believe more in the second thing you said, right? The people are subjected to dynamics of society as we are.
Everybody, even the big companies, the very rich people, everybody subjected to the same dynamics.
Man, everybody are subjected to any instance, we shall to say. All right. For example, the higher instance of the Brazil is a federal court, right? The Supreme Federal Court, STF, and the owner STF are submitted to a rule, right? To a rules of the game. It is our constitution, but is a constitution, okay? Only words, only letters on a paper. Let's imagine things, but I like so much of one book. I believe you know. It's called Sapiens, right? The brief history about the humanity. And
I haven't read, but I know it.
Yeah, and the author says how do the people says are cooperative. The people are cooperative, working in teams because the people believe in things. I think that does not exist, right, in the real world. For example, money, God, justice, right? We believe in it, and for this we doing what we do. So for this, the people tend to follow follow the rule of the game. And I don't believe in a conspiracy theory. I only like to read for I don't know, for entertainment. I don't know, there exists a couple, or a secret couple, or trying to mexer nos pauzinhos ali e tal.
Alrighty. Yeah. There's a way of seeing stuff. Some people see the influence of rich people and big companies as if they were out of the game and just influencing what happens. And there's also a way to see like they are part of the game. They have influence, they can influence what happens, but they are still part of the dynamic. They have to answer to the government, they have to answer to community as a whole. So yeah, that's a way of saying it.
The big tech, the big techs can be these companies that influence people running the world, because Facebook, for example, have a large information about almost world, right? Have much power.
They are
in
the
our
bigger
hands.
players, right, on this game.
Exactly.
Awesome. Very good. What do you say, João? Sorry, I just keep it going, Leo, because we don't have much time. But I would love to discuss this more. But what would you say, João? Do you believe in companies and influence people running the world, influencing everything? Or do you think these people, these big companies, these rich people, they are working inside the same rules, the same dynamics the normal people have in society?
People were subject to the dynamics of society. We are, of course, no, because if we talked about the influence, the pharmaceutical industry yesterday, we know we know about the subjects and the president, the governments have a power with us, because a power I said about the money, the control statistical dados, I don't know.
Statistical what?
Dados, controle de dados, control, I don't know.
Oh yeah, data control.
Data control. They have control with us, but not with our life. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Our life, it's for us. So I think the empresas, I think empresas, companies. I think that these companies have influence with us and the governments too, but we need, infelizmente, lidar com isso. With in Portuguese, it's so easy. So
but you're doing great.
I think it.
No, I feel you. Like, at the end of the day, you are responsible for your actions. You make the choices you want to make, and yeah, they can influence, they can have an influence over you, but you are also the one who is going to choose if you're going to follow their influence or not.
Mm-hmm. For example, the vaccines. For example, you can take the vaccine, or you cannot take the vaccine. The people thinks about the implants Bluetooth in your body. So I think no, but if if it's possible, I think no, but they have control with us. Not the Bluetooth, not the. It's not the. I think the not cameras, webcam. No. I think satellite. I don't know. With the questions, political questions, with the, for example, the pharmaceutical industries, with the economic empresa, companies, enfim, whatever.
No, I understand what you want to say. And we even talked a little bit yesterday about the pharma company being money biased, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that's really good. All right, mister. Nice.
I really good at talk yesterday.
Yeah, it was really nice. Okay. Thank you, Mr. João. I really understood what you want to say. It's really interesting. And now let me ask Mateus. Mateus, do you believe that the companies and influence people are running the world, controlling things, influencing everything? Or do you believe these rich people, influential people and companies, they are following the same dynamics and the same rules that we normal people are?
Yes, I believe that. USA is a great example about the control. The USA control all the world through the media, through the culture. So I believe in that. I really believe in that. The people in actual days are control about the phone, the cell phone, about the computer. So yeah, I think the all people are controlling. I think is that.
Everybody is in control. We have different types and thresholds of control, but everybody has control over something, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Because yeah, if we think of it, I influence people. I'm influencing all of you here in this discussion. Leo is influencing Mateus, João, even Jennifer and Victoria that are not participating. They're not actually talking, but they are also influencing us here in this discussion, in this experience we're having, you know. The power and the size of the influence and you have, it's different according to who you are, what you do, and the medium you're in, right? That's interesting. Very cool. Guys, before we go, because it's already 2 in the afternoon, I have a final question, which is question number 7. If your mom ran the world, how would it be? What would be the rules, and would it be a rough or difficult, or a light, a calm government? If my mom ran the world, it would be really funny, because my mom does a lot of funny stuff. But it would be sometimes difficult, sometimes okay. My mom is kind of bipolar, so sometimes she's angry for no reason. Sometimes she's like as sweet as candy. So it would be a very unstable government if my mom ran the world. What about you, Mateus? If your mom ran the world, if your mom controlled the world, she was president of the world, how would it be?
Maybe funny for me, but the other people, I think these things is be awful. is bad. The situation is gonna be bad if my mom rules the world. Really, really bad. Really, really.
All right, all right. I'll believe you. I'll believe you. What about you, Joel? If your mom ran the world, how would it be?
Everyone would stay home and respect the rules. If I'm under her roof apartment, so in apartment. So imagine the if you control the if you are president, if you are president, no, if no, wait, if she were a president, or if with oh my god, às vezes buga o inglês.
No problem. Take your time. Vai na fé.
If you ran the world, I think it's how it's halt levy or how
It would be light, levy, or rough, difficult.
a tradução literal é para duro.
Duro. What's
Seria
rígido?
difícil, eu não sei.
Difícil.
Rígido. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. It's respecting your law and exist the new laws, very new laws, and the people if stay in halls and you don't go into the other countries, and you stay above you will stay in your home, and you not go to travel, and you don't need okay, I think that's it.
All right.
I think that's
All
it.
right. All right. It will be something rougher. Nice. Your mom, she's more strict, stiff. And for you, Leo, what would it be like if your mom ran the world?
The world will be chaotic because my mom would not govern, right? She will be in a half of the Alvorada place of Alvorada in the Brazil, having coffee with her friends. Living the Brazilian kill in them.
Yeah, she was like, no, violence, I don't want to solve it right now. It's vale a pena ver de novo Visão TV, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be, João said that his mom would be like the brain of Pink and Brain, of Pink and Cérebro, and would dominate the world. Very good. But imagine a mom controlling the world, running the world. Police would be on the street with the flip-flops in their hands, like, stop right there. And then they would never miss. They would never miss. And they will, the good part of having a mom in control of the world is that they would never miss anything, you know. Every time they would like, you're not finding the money, okay? If I will go in there and I'll find the money, and if I find the money, I'm gonna hit you. So no more lost money, no more corruption, everybody getting flip-flops on their heads all the time. But maybe it could bring some order to the world. Having moms on control.
I think fly flip-flops all days.
Yes, exactly. And it would be just like you know, in Spain they have siesta. That's a period in the afternoon that you can sleep.
Mhm.
There would be this time, like it would all over the world when it starts the novela. Nobody does anything. Everybody has to watch novela.
Todo mundo ia ficar vendo novela, só ia ter programação disso.
A
Pantanal,
Usurpadora would
a
be on TV
Usurpadora.
all the time, all the year, again and again and again and again.
Perfect point. Oh my god.
Very good. Guys, thank you a lot for coming to the immersion. I hope you enjoyed. Okay. For the girls that were listening here, I hope you girls liked the immersion. Okay. I want to see you participating pretty soon as well. Do you guys have any questions or anything you want to say before we finish here?
No, I don't have questions.
Only thanks for this conversation.
Thank you guys for coming, for participating.
The
Thank you
teacher
for-
is the best teacher conversation for in the immersion.
Oh, thank you. Very flattering.
Thank you for immersion, Junior. Your immersion passed so fast, man.
Yeah, it goes by.
É pouco tempo.
Little,
Yes, I'm
yeah.
thinking about doing 2-hour immersions. Okay, guys, thank you a lot. I'm really happy you guys enjoyed. Remember, drink water, okay? We have happy hour tonight, so you guys can participate. No happy hour, você pode falar inglês, português, espanhol. It's a place for you to make friends, tell stories, have fun, okay? There is no time to finish. So if you guys want to participate, you can just go to Talk and Talk here. I'm gonna leave in the chat. And you guys can take a look before leaving. Okay, so talkandtalk.com.br/happy hour. And then you guys can access and schedule to participate in our happy hour here. Opa, tem uma coisinha errada aqui. Just a second. Let me see if the link is correct. Let's see if the link is correct. Wait a second. There's something wrong in here. Wait. I'm gonna have to get the link here for you guys. But that's it. Happy hour is a space for you to have fun, to make friends, enjoy, and you can speak in any language. So here's the link.
It will be at 9 o'clock.
It starts at 7.
At 7.
Okay. But you can come in at any time. There's no time to finish. If people want to talk until 5 a.m., we talk until 5 a.m.
Today.
Guys.
It will be my first happy hour. I am looking right now.
Let's go. So please, guys, click the link before leaving. Have an amazing day, great holiday, drink water, and see you guys in our next immersion. Bye.
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 Thank you so
Bye.
much. Pleasure, guys.